In Japan, New Year's is more than just marking the passing of time. It's a sacred ritual steeped in history, reflection, and spiritual renewal. Imagine a time when the whole country pauses, looking back at the past while embracing a fresh start, filled with purification, honoring ancestors, and seeking blessings for the future. What makes Japan's New Year traditions so unique? Let's dive into the heart of Shogatsu, the Japanese New Year, and uncover the hidden meanings behind the celebrations that define this important time. In Japan, Shogatsu isn't just a holiday, it's the most significant event of the year. Celebrated from January 1st to 3rd, the traditions extend well into the first week of the year, creating a deep sense of connection and reflection. While many countries celebrate New Year's with parties and fireworks, Shogatsu is all about family, spirituality, and renewal. It's a time to cleanse the old, honor the ancestors, and invite blessings for the year ahead. The holiday is centered around purification rituals like the famous Soji, year-end cleaning, visiting shrines to pray for good fortune, Hatsumode, and preparing symbolic foods like Osechi to bring prosperity, health, and happiness. For many in Japan, this isn't just about ringing in the new year. It's a time to reconnect with family, respect, and spiritual reflection. Whether you're gathered around the table with loved ones or offering prayers to the gods, the entire celebration is designed to foster gratitude, renewal, and a sense of deep, quiet reflection. The simplicity of the customs holds a profound message, reminding us to slow down, honor what's important, and embrace the future with a clear heart. Have you ever experienced Shogatsu in Japan or heard about its traditions? What traditions do you hold dear in your own New Year celebrations? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're fascinated by Japan's unique cultural customs, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected for more cultural insights from Japan. Now that we've set the stage for Japan's New Year celebrations, let's dive into the heart of Shogatsu, the powerful rituals that prepare the Japanese for a fresh start. In Chapter 1, we'll explore the spiritual significance behind purification rituals and how they set the tone for a prosperous year ahead. Follow me, and let's go. Chapter 1. The Rituals of Purification. In Japan, purification rituals are at the heart of Shogatsu, the New Year's celebration. Before the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve, there's a deep, meaningful process of cleansing. And it's not just about tidying up the house. It's about preparing both your home and your spirit for the new year. These traditions are designed to clear out the old and invite in the new, creating space for good fortune, prosperity, and spiritual renewal. One of the most important purification customs is Soji, the year-end cleaning ritual. This is much more than just dusting shelves or vacuuming the floors. It's a deeply symbolic act of removing bad luck and clearing negative energy from the home. The idea is to start fresh, leaving behind any misfortune, bad habits, or unresolved matters from the previous year. By thoroughly cleaning the house every corner, nook, and cranny, you make your space feel new, as if you've made room for new opportunities and blessings. This ritual is a way of resetting both the physical and spiritual environment of the home, ensuring that the coming year is filled with positivity and peace. The practice of purification ties deeply into Shintoism, Japan's indigenous religion. In Shinto, purification is one of the most important concepts, symbolizing the removal of impurity and the return to a state of purity before the gods. Before the new year, families perform these cleansing rituals, not just to clear out physical mess, but to spiritually prepare for the year ahead. By doing so, they are making their homes ready to welcome the gods' spirits that will bring blessings of health, harmony, and good fortune in the new year. In fact, many families make it a point to clean their butsudan, an altar for ancestors, and perform ritual prayers, symbolizing their respect and gratitude to their ancestors and the divine forces. Another key part of purification is the preparation of the butsudan, where offerings are made to ancestors. On New Year's Day, families often place special foods or symbolic items on the altar as a way of showing respect and honoring their ancestors. These offerings are more than just a gesture. They are an expression of gratitude, ensuring that the spirits of those who came before are remembered and respected. This practice also invites the blessings of ancestors for good health, prosperity, and a harmonious life in the coming year. Wow, this is amazing. If you want to know more about the deeper aspects of Japan's New Year celebrations, follow me and let's dive into Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Osechi Ryori, Traditional New Year's Food. In Japan, Food isn't just about sustenance, it's deeply symbolic, especially during Shogatsu, the Japanese New Year. One of the most important traditions is Osechi Ryori, the special New Year's food that fills the homes of nearly every Japanese family at this time of year. The dishes prepared for Osechi are packed with meaning, each food item symbolizing something valuable, like good fortune, longevity, and prosperity. The custom of preparing Osechi Ryori dates back centuries, and it's more than just a feast, it's a way to invite blessings into the home. Families carefully prepare these dishes in advance, usually starting a day or two before New Year's, because cooking is traditionally avoided during the first 3 days of the year. The reason? It's believed that the first days of the new year should be a time of rest and spiritual reflection, where no work is done to honor the gods and to recharge for the year ahead. By preparing everything in advance, families ensure they can relax and spend time with loved ones without worrying about cooking. Symbolic foods. Each dish in Osechi has symbolic meaning, and every food item is chosen for its ability to bring blessings for the upcoming year. Here are some of the most iconic foods you'll find. 1. Kuromame, black beans. These represent health and diligence. The word mame in Japanese also means hardworking, so eating these black beans is believed to promote good health and a strong work ethic in the coming year. 2. Ebi, shrimp. Shrimp is a symbol of longevity because the curved shape of its body resembles that of an elderly person with a bent back, symbolizing long life and vitality. 3. Kazunoko, herring roe. These tiny fish eggs symbolize fertility and family prosperity, as they represent many children and a healthy, growing family. 4. Soba noodles. Long soba noodles represent long life. This dish is eaten with the hope that the new year will bring good health and longevity. One of the most iconic parts of Osechi is Kagami mochi, a set of 2 stacked mochi cakes, often with an orange placed on top. This arrangement is offered to the New Year gods as a gesture of respect and to bring blessings to the family. The stacked mochi symbolizes unity and the passing of time, while the orange represents wealth and good fortune. Beyond the food, Osechi isn't just about eating, it's a form of gratitude. Preparing and sharing these dishes is a way of expressing thanks to the gods for the blessings of the past year and asking for more blessings in the year to come. The preparation of Osechi Ryori is a labor of love, and each dish is made with great care to ensure that it is not only delicious, but also rich in symbolic meaning. The food becomes a part of the larger celebration of family, renewal, and good fortune. Osechi Ryori represents the very essence of Japanese New Year traditions. It's about respect, gratitude, and inviting a year of prosperity, health, and harmony. Now that we've uncovered the meaningful dishes of Osechi, let's take a deeper look at the true essence behind these customs. What does the preparation of food really represent, and how do these traditions shape the way families come together and celebrate the new year? Follow me into Chapter 3 as we explore the spiritual and cultural heart of Japan's New Year rituals. Chapter 3. A deeper look at 4 iconic foods of Osechi Ryori. In Japan, every dish served during Osechi Ryori carries a symbolic meaning, with each food chosen carefully to bring blessings, good fortune, and longevity into the home. Let's dive deeper into 4 of these iconic foods that are central to New Year's celebrations and discover what makes them not only delicious, but meaningful. 1. Kuromame, black beans. Health and diligence. When you see black beans kuromame at an Osechi spread, you might not realize that these small, simple legumes pack a powerful punch of meaning. Kuromame is more than just a food. It symbolizes health, diligence, and hard work. The Japanese word mame can mean both bean and hardworking. So eating these beans is a way to wish for a healthy, productive year ahead. In a practical sense, these beans are packed with nutrients and fiber, making them a perfect food to begin the year with. Not only do they promote health physically, but they also serve as a reminder to remain dedicated and resilient in the year ahead. Many people believe that by consuming kuromame, they can stay strong and focused, ready to tackle whatever challenges the new year may bring. 2. Ebi, shrimp. Longevity. Shrimp ebi is one of the most iconic foods in Osechi Ryori, symbolizing longevity and vitality. The shape of the shrimp, curved like an elderly person's back, is a visual metaphor for long life and wisdom. In Japan, it's believed that eating shrimp during the new year will grant you a long and healthy life, much like the shrimp's long lifespan. Beyond its symbolic meaning, shrimp is also a delicious and nutritious food. The natural sweetness of shrimp makes it a crowd pleaser, and it's often prepared in a way that enhances its flavors, making it a perfect offering for both taste and spirituality. Eating shrimp not only encourages longevity, but also adds a touch of joy and sweetness to the celebration. 3. Kazunoko, herring roe, fertility and family prosperity. Kazunoko, or herring roe, is a small but mighty food that symbolizes fertility, family prosperity, and growth. In Japan, herring roe is traditionally linked to a growing family, as the small eggs represent the many children one hopes to have, as well as new beginnings. When families prepare kazunoko for the new year, they are essentially inviting growth and prosperity into their home for the year ahead. The visual of these tiny eggs, brimming with potential, is a reminder of how each new year brings the opportunity for new life and family unity. From a practical perspective, kazunoko is not only rich in protein, but also in omega-3 fatty acids, making it a healthy and symbolic food for the start of the year. 4. Soba noodles, longevity. Soba noodles are another important food item in Osechi Ryori, representing longevity and the desire for a long, healthy life. The tradition of eating soba on New Year's Day, particularly toshikoshi soba, year-crossing noodles, stems from the idea of leaving behind the troubles of the previous year and looking forward to a new, fresh start. Eating long soba noodles is a literal and symbolic gesture for long life, as the long strands represent continuity and perseverance. The idea is that by consuming soba, you are wishing for good health and a long-lasting, prosperous year. This simple yet hearty dish has become a beloved tradition, and many families add their own twist to it, adding broth, vegetables, or toppings that also have their own symbolic meanings. The soft texture and rich flavors of the noodles make it both a comforting meal and a significant spiritual food for the new year. Each of these foods isn't just something to eat, it's a ritual, a wish for good fortune, health, and harmony in the year ahead. By preparing and eating these dishes, families are not only celebrating New Year's Day, but also paying respect to the traditions that have kept these symbolic foods alive for generations. These foods hold meaning far beyond their taste. They're about cultivating a spirit of renewal, gratitude, and hope for the future. So, the next time you see kuromain, shrimp, kazunoko, or soba, remember they're more than just food, they are blessings in a bite. Now that we've explored the rich symbolism behind Osechi Ryori, it's time to look at how these New Year traditions are connected to something even deeper, the rituals of purification and spiritual preparation. What happens before the celebrations truly begin, when families clean their homes and set up altars to honor their ancestors? But Japan's New Year celebrations also bring families together in other meaningful ways. In Chapter 4, we'll explore how the practice of Hatsumo, the first shrine visit of the year, marks the start of the new year with prayer, family bonding, and the seeking of blessings from the gods. Here we go. Chapter 4, Hatsumode, the first shrine visit of the year. What is Hatsumode? One of the most cherished New Year traditions in Japan is Hatsumode, the first shrine visit of the year. This sacred practice occurs on New Year's Day or in the days following, and it's a rite of passage for millions of Japanese people as they make their way to Shinto shrines or Buddhist temples to pray for health, success, and happiness in the year ahead. Hatsumode isn't just a casual visit, it's a time of deep spiritual connection. The practice goes beyond just showing up. It's about expressing gratitude, seeking blessings, and cleansing oneself spiritually. This visit is seen as an opportunity to start fresh, leaving behind any negativity or bad luck from the past year and welcoming new energy for the future. On New Year's Day, shrines are filled with families, friends, and even strangers, all standing together in prayer, offering their hopes and wishes for the coming year. Whether it's to pray for personal health, the success of a business, or the well-being of family members, Hatsumode is an important ritual that helps the Japanese feel spiritually renewed and connected. How does it work? The tradition of Hatsumode is rich with rituals and respect. When visiting a Shinto shrine, visitors follow a specific sequence of actions to show respect for the gods. 1. Purification. Before entering the shrine, people cleanse their hands and mouth at the temazuya, a purification fountain. This act symbolizes the purification of the body and spirit, preparing the visitor for their prayer. 2. Offering and respect. Upon approaching the shrine, visitors make a small offering, usually a coin, at the offering box. Then, they bow twice, clap twice, and bow again to show respect to the gods. The clapping is a way of inviting the gods to listen to their prayers, and it is believed that the sound helps to purify the space around them. 3. Prayers. After the formalities, people offer their prayers for health, success, happiness, or any personal wishes for the upcoming year. Another fascinating part of Hatsumode is the tradition of drawing omikuji, or fortune slips, at the shrine. These small pieces of paper give a glimpse into one's fortune for the year, ranging from great luck to bad luck. People shake a box, pull a stick, and the corresponding paper tells them their fortune. If they draw a bad fortune, they can tie the slip to a tree branch or a special board at the shrine, symbolizing that they will leave behind the bad luck. Conversely, good fortunes are carried home, often kept as lucky charms. Shinto versus Buddhist influence. In Japan, it's common for people to visit both Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples during Hatsumode, as each offers different blessings. Shinto shrines are associated with family and personal success, such as health, business, prosperity, and happiness, while Buddhist temples are typically visited for spiritual blessings, peace of mind, and prayers for the souls of ancestors. Both traditions coexist in Japanese society, and it's not unusual for a family to visit both a Shinto shrine and a Buddhist temple, each fulfilling a different spiritual purpose. This dual practice shows how Shinto and Buddhism complement each other in Japan's spiritual landscape, offering a balance of personal success and spiritual peace. Hatsumode is more than just a ritual, it's a spiritual renewal that brings people closer to their ancestral roots and their gods, setting the tone for the year ahead. It's a time to come together with family, offer respect, and seek blessings that will guide them through the upcoming months. This powerful tradition illustrates the deep connection between Japanese culture, spirituality, and the new year. Now that we've explored the deep spiritual renewal of Hatsumode, let's take a look at how Japan celebrates the new year through social gatherings. After the prayers and purification, Shininkai, the New Year's parties, become a time for people to come together, celebrate, and wish each other well. Follow me to Chapter 5, where we dive into this joyful and meaningful tradition. Chapter 5, Shininkai, New Year's Parties and Social Traditions. In Japan, Shininkai is the tradition of New Year's parties where colleagues, friends, and family gather together to celebrate the start of the new year. While New Year's Eve is often a quiet time spent at home with family, Shininkai takes place after the first of the year, making it a time for socializing, bonding, and offering good wishes for the year ahead. Shininkai typically happens in the first few days of January, where groups of people, often from the same workplace, school, or community, come together to share a meal, enjoy sake, Japanese rice wine, and wish each other well for the new year. The atmosphere is filled with laughter, cheer, and optimism as everyone looks forward to the opportunities and challenges the coming year will bring. Unlike the loud, flashy celebrations in the West, where New Year's Eve is all about fireworks and parties, Japan's approach to welcoming the new year is a bit more subdued. New Year's Eve is usually spent at home, preparing for the new year with rituals and family time. In contrast, Shininkai is a time for people to reconnect, reaffirm relationships, and express their hopes for health, success, and prosperity in the year to come. One of the central aspects of Shininkai is the greeting. The phrase Akimashite omedetou gozaimasu, which translates to Happy New Year, is commonly exchanged between colleagues, friends, and family members. This greeting is filled with respect and goodwill, acknowledging not just the arrival of the new year, but also the relationships that bind the people together. It's a moment of politeness and warmth, reinforcing the cultural emphasis on showing respect to others, especially in formal and social settings. In addition to verbal greetings, gift giving is a vital component of the New Year celebrations, and it's especially prominent during Shininkai. One of the most important gifts exchanged is otoshidama, which are money gifts given to children. The tradition is a way of wishing children good fortune and prosperity for the year ahead, while also symbolizing the continuation of family bonds and the passing on of blessings. While this tradition is most commonly associated with children, gift giving extends to friends and colleagues as well. In a work setting, small presents or thank you gifts are often exchanged to express appreciation and to start the year off on a positive note. Shininkai is not just about the parties and food, it's a celebration of community, relationships, and the shared hope for a successful year. Whether it's through respectful greetings, the exchange of gifts, or the warm camaraderie, This tradition highlights how social connections and gratitude play a central role in Japan's New Year celebrations. Now that we've celebrated the joy of Shinankai and the spirit of community, let's dive into a deeper, more reflective tradition of the New Year, the ringing of the temple bell on New Year's Eve. In Chapter 6, we'll explore the significance of Joya no Kane, the first bell of the year, and how it symbolizes spiritual renewal and a fresh start. Ready to continue this journey of discovery? Let's go! Chapter 6, the first bell of the year, Joya no Kane. In Japan, one of the most deeply spiritual traditions on New Year's Eve is the Joya no Kane, the ringing of the temple bell at midnight. This tradition is a powerful ritual, marking the transition from the old year to the new. But it's not just about the striking of a bell, it's about spiritual renewal and purification for the year ahead. At temples across Japan, as the clock approaches midnight on December 31st, you'll hear the deep, resonant sound of a bell tolling. However, this is no ordinary tolling, Joya. No Kane involves ringing the bell 108 times, each toll representing one of the 108 worldly desires or delusions in Buddhist belief. These desires, greed, anger, jealousy, pride, are seen as the causes of suffering and the obstacles that prevent us from living a pure, peaceful life. The number 108 holds great significance in Buddhism. It is believed that humans are burdened with 108 earthly desires that lead to suffering. As each toll of the bell rings out, it symbolizes the cleansing and purification of these desires. The idea is that the sound of the bell can help purify the sins and negative energy from the past year, allowing people to release the burdens of their mistakes, regrets, and unfulfilled wishes. The tolling is not only a ritualistic act, but a spiritual reset, a chance to start the new year with a clean slate, free from the weight of past missteps and suffering. What are the spiritual renewal involved? This practice is deeply tied to Zen Buddhism, which has a strong emphasis on purification, mindfulness, and rebirth. Zen teaches that the path to spiritual enlightenment involves letting go of the attachment to worldly desires and focusing on the present moment. The Joya no Kane is a physical manifestation of this, a reminder that the new year is an opportunity for personal and spiritual renewal. Just as the bell rings to cleanse the old year, so too does the Zen Buddhist practice of meditation and mindfulness aim to purify the mind, focusing on the simplicity of being and experiencing life without the clutter of ego or material desires. By participating in Joya no Kane, people are not simply preparing for a fresh start in the calendar year, they are cleansing their spirit and aligning themselves with the Zen Buddhist ideals of purification and rebirth. The tolling of the bell marks the end of a cycle, but more importantly, it symbolizes a new beginning, an opportunity to leave behind attachments and embrace a year full of new possibilities, grounded in clarity and peace. Joya no Kane is more than just a bell ringing, it's a spiritual awakening, reminding the Japanese people of their ability to start anew. By focusing on the themes of purification and rebirth, this ritual encapsulates the very essence of Japan's New Year celebrations. Let's continue to explore the next chapter of this journey. Now that we've experienced the spiritual renewal of Joya no Kane, where the past year is washed away and a fresh start is welcomed, let's take a look at how New Year's in Japan has evolved in today's world. In Chapter 7, we'll explore how Japan's New Year traditions have adapted to modern times and the influence of global culture. From New Year's parties to international customs, the celebration of the New Year in Japan has taken on new twists. Let's dive in. Chapter 7, Modern Japan's New Year, New Twists and Global Influence. As much as Japan honors its ancient traditions during New Year's, the celebrations have certainly evolved in the modern era. While the essence of Shogatsu remains rooted in family, purification, and spiritual reflection, the way people celebrate today has become more diverse and influenced by contemporary trends. One notable change is the rise of New Year's TV programs, which have become a huge part of the celebration. Families gather around their TVs to watch special New Year's broadcasts, including music shows, comedies, and even game shows that bring everyone together in laughter. Another popular activity is visiting theme parks like Tokyo Disneyland, where people come to enjoy the festive decorations and special New Year events. For many, the day after New Year's Day isn't about rest, it's about enjoying leisure and having fun. Even traditional games like Karuta, a card game played with poems, have seen a resurgence, bringing both family entertainment and a touch of tradition to the festivities. And then there's the surprising new Year's Eve tradition eating KFC. Yes, you read that right. For decades, KFC has become a go-to meal for many Japanese families to enjoy on New Year's Eve, largely thanks to a brilliant marketing campaign by the company in the 1970 seconds. What began as a clever promotion has now become a quirky tradition that many people look forward to each year. On the global stage, Japan's New Year celebrations are becoming more internationally recognized. More and more tourists are visiting Japan to experience traditional customs like Hatsumode, the first shrine visit, and Shogatsu, blending old traditions with modern tourism. Japan has managed to balance its deep-rooted customs with the growing influence of global entertainment, creating a beautiful fusion of heritage and modernity. Now that we've seen how Japan blends its rich traditions with modern influences, it's clear that the spirit of Shogatsu remains as strong as ever. From ancient rituals to contemporary twists, the core values of respect, family, and spiritual renewal shine through. Let's take a moment to reflect on how these practices continue to shape Japan's New Year celebrations and why they hold such deep meaning for the people of Japan. It's time to wrap up with the essence of what Japan's New Year truly represents. As we've explored, Japan's New Year celebrations are more than just a calendar change. They are deeply rooted in respect, spirituality, and renewal. From the purification rituals that cleanse both body and spirit, to the family gatherings that bring loved ones together, and the temple visits that invite blessings for the year ahead, each tradition is a reflection of Japan's commitment to honoring its heritage and spiritual roots. These practices aren't just about marking the passage of time, they are about starting fresh, leaving behind the past, and embracing the future with gratitude. At the heart of these rituals lies Shintoism and Buddhism, philosophies that encourage reflection, purification, and a sense of connection to both the divine and the community. Through these practices, the Japanese people are reminded of the importance of family, peace, and balance values that continue to shape their celebrations today. What do you think about Japan's New Year traditions? Have you ever experienced them firsthand, or would you like to? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Shogatsu, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cultural insights from Japan. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning about Japan's unique New Year traditions and the deep spiritual meanings behind them. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cultural insights. Until next time, take care and Happy New Year in advance.